Hello everyone! This is Running on Empty Food Review. Well, hello ladies, gentlemen, and everyone watching. Welcome one and all to this newest edition of the Running on Empty Food Review series. I'm your host, The Report of the Week. Thank you for checking in. So we are closing in quite quickly on Halloween, and it wouldn't be Halloween if it weren't for a Halloween-themed release from Burger King, because that's obviously, that really just rings in the holiday, right? It's forget about candy or costumes or decorations or any of that good stuff. It's Burger King. That's really what ushers in Halloween. I sincerely believe, that's the hill that I'm gonna die on. And it wouldn't be Halloween if it weren't for the Jack-O-Lantern Whopper from Burger King. And, the name made me laugh a little bit. It's just something. I don't even know what about it makes me laugh, but, it's the Jack-O-Lantern Whopper. The reason being for this, what makes this the Jack-O-Lantern Whopper? Well, it comes with a beef patty, American cheese, bacon, lettuce, tomato, onion, pickles, ketchup, mayo, which you could also get on a regular Whopper, but it has an orange bun with black sesame seeds. So the magic in this is like it's the orange bun, right? It's indistinguishable from a pumpkin. You look at this, I was confused when I opened it up and I was looking in their website and I was thinking, wait a minute, I see a jack-o'-lantern here. I thought, Burger King isn't selling pumpkins, are they? But no, because that orange bun, it throws you off. You think you're looking at a jack-o'-lantern. So, it's a Whopper with an orange bun. There have been times in the past where they've released Whoppers for Halloween that have had an orange bun, but there's also been like a special flavoring in the bun, wherein you take the bite and then it's all spicy and everything on the inside. This is none of that. This is just a regular bun with orange dye in it and some black sesame seeds. It's just a Whopper with an orange bun. But I suppose it's the Jack-O-Lantern Whopper. So there you go. I paid $10 for the Whopper by itself. Halloween-themed packaging right there. I actually got this from a different Burger King than usual. I tried to spread things out a little bit, and I thought, the three near me aren't any good. They all have, horrible problems. So I branched out a little bit, and I found one that has what's supposed to have, I hope anyway, considerably higher reviews and ratings. So this is supposed to be like the best one, at least that I can access, and I hope that's the case. So it does come with special packaging right here. Look at that, Jack-O-Lantern Whopper. And while it's folded so nice, the light right behind the camera kind of adjusted and moved a little bit when I did. If you heard that, it went bing. Get a thumbnail. Maybe that's just the power of the Jack-O-Lantern Whopper with its Halloween magic. And I'll do a sad face. Alright. This shouldn't be too long because, again, this is a Whopper with an orange bun. Price, again, $10, which is, it's overpriced, but it's a special, it's like a limited time thing, so novelty, I guess. Alright. Let's see. Well, it's looking real orange. Excuse me for a moment, I gotta make sure that I ordered the right thing. My apologies. Alright, so I double-checked the receipt, and indeed, it's the Jack-O-Lantern Whopper. That's what was ordered. And it even came in the special Jack-O-Lantern Whopper packaging, but they threw in a regular Whopper instead, by the look of things. What is this exactly? Let's see. There's lettuce. I see, like, bacon. That's what's throwing me off. The receipt, even... I took off the bag before it had my name on it, so it's not like... Maybe they gave me someone else's order by mistake. There's that mayo and the lettuce. Okay, no, it does have bacon. Okay, see... I messed up. Okay. So I guess it's a Jack-O-Lantern Whopper, except for the single reason why people would even want it, which is the bun. Toppings are kind of heavy on one side. I'll say that. Got them stacked up there. Well, this is no longer, as is the case regrettably when this happens, this is no longer a review for the Jack-O-Lantern Whopper, since the whole reason is the bun, and I mean, who knows? Maybe I'm the problem. Maybe I'm colorblind or something, and this is actually like as orange as it gets. And everyone out there watching this is saying, "Review, bro, what is wrong with you? This is like an orange bun, and what is something wrong with you?" But I don't know. I see a regular bun with regular sesame seeds. Well, there you have it. So this is no longer a Jack-O-Lantern Whopper review. $10 wasted on that. So much for being the best Burger King in the area. I will, for the heck of it, take a bite or two out of this just to see. And yeah, it doesn't really even look the most appetizing, but this is now just going to be random talk for the rest of the review, because this is what happens when it gets messed up. Is that a hair? Is that a hair in it? Yeah, who knows? Probably. I saw something fuzzy on the bacon, and I thought, I don't think bacon is supposed to have that. Oh well, let's take a bite. Let's just see if this is any good or not, just for the heck of it. And that'll be that. Well, it's not the Jack-O-Lantern Whopper, it's just a Whopper from Burger King going in. I feel like these days Burger King is one of those places where it's like your mileage will significantly vary. And it's kind of a shame, personally, that Burger King has kind of gone so downhill. I mean, messing up orders isn't anything new, but the amount of bad Burger King experiences I've had as of late kind of speaks for itself, and it's a shame because Burger King is one of those places that I wish was actually good. Because, you know, you look at all of this stuff, it's like, and you think conceptually speaking, if these places weren't disgusting, and if the food was actual food, I would be an enthusiastic supporter of Burger King. Because, you know, you look at the pictures of this stuff, like the Jack-O-Lantern Whopper, or even just a regular Whopper burger, and, I mean, it looks good. Don't get me wrong. Now, granted, that's fast food advertising for you, but I don't know. There's always been a part of me that's been a little partial to Burger King, if you would believe it. For years, anyway, before they really got bad, it was one of the few fast food places off camera that I would actually go to, and, you know, I would get a Whopper, because I thought it was actually a very good, well-rounded fast food burger. And I enjoyed it many a time. I even liked the chicken fries from Burger King, but then in like the last 6 or 7 years or so, they just started getting worse and worse and worse. And to the point where then there starts getting health concerns with the standards of these places. And, then it's just one horrible experience after the next, after the next. And then it's like, you just don't feel comfortable with it anymore. And it kind of, it was a good place, and then it just got totally ruined. But I was more, I don't know, I guess I just always had a little soft spot of sorts for Burger King. It's not even that good, just as a Whopper. Quality of the beef is just not that good anymore. Really soggy, just waterlogged, way too much mayo on it too. That's another issue. Just tons and tons of it, a deluge of mayo on the Whopper here. The other ingredients just don't seem fresh or flavorful like they used to be. Like I said, there was a time when all of this would be crisp and fresh and of good quality. This just seems like it's stale and really just soggy and waterlogged, and kind of feel like this was like a Whopper that almost got made, yesterday and then was just sitting there and like a day old. It tastes stale. All of it does. The meat does. Nothing, again, seems fresh or crisp. Even it has like a little bit of like a sourness to it. And maybe that's just in the mayo or some of the other ingredients. Honestly, I don't even really want to take another bite of this, and probably not going to. I'll tell you what, though, given the quality of the couple bites that I did have of the regular Whopper here, considering that this has all the ingredients that the Jack-O-Lantern Whopper would have on it, sans Orange Bun, and given that the Orange Bun hasn't any difference to it as far as taste and flavor is concerned, and this essentially flavor-wise would be analogous to the Jack-O-Lantern Whopper had I have gotten that, because it would have tasted, the flavor profile would have been exactly the same. And it's not good. I would have, if the bun was orange, who cares? It's still not an enjoyable. What's the orange bun going to do to this exactly? How is it going to salvage anything? Not going to do a thing for it. So, quite honestly, even if this was the right item, I would have had many of the same grievances as far as the quality is concerned, where it's just not a good burger. This is not something that I want to pick up again and, shove into my maw. And, I don't want to do that with this, honestly. Waste of money. No reason. I'm not even really upset about the fact that the orange bun isn't there. I'm more perturbed, in a sense, over the fact that the Whopper, a literal icon in the world of fast food, has fallen so far that I think to myself, even just 10 years ago, had I have gotten a Whopper, it would have been way different. Way different. Would have been much better. And one of those sandwiches, that I wouldn't put down, I would get it and it would be quite good. And then here's this. It's just sitting there that's going to be soon sitting in the trash, and that's going to be that. That's the biggest disappointment I feel, anyway. They forgot the bun. So be it. The fact that the Whopper, the iconic sandwich that I mourn the Whopper, really. It was a good burger. And now it's at the point where it's sitting here and I don't want to take another bite of it. They got to sort things out, but will they? I have my doubts. I have my significant doubts. I feel like these days, the places that are decent for the most part are going to be consistently good, and then the places that have problems, I haven't any confidence that those issues will be rectified whatsoever. It's like Chick-fil-A, for instance. 9 times out of 10, the item that they have is delicious, and they maintain the quality with such consistency. The places that have it figured out, they've got it figured out. The ones that don't, like Burger King, I feel like are just in pretty much an uncontrollable spiral. So, waste of $10. Horrible, horrible Whopper. Just tastes stale and gross and soggy and waterlogged and just bad overall. Not remotely enjoyable. Out of 10, therefore, this Whopper, I guess. And if you want to make this an analog into the Jack-O-Lantern Whopper, that's your call. But what I received here today would get a 2.1 out of 10. How the mighty have fallen. What a shame. Really, what a shame. I'm going to get up right now, actually. Throw this out. Yep. Oh well, what can you do? What can you do? So, yeah, there you have it for the most part. It's a letdown. It doesn't really surprise me, but the way Burger King is, like I said, it doesn't really surprise me any, but I just wish it was the way that it used to be, right? I think we could all say that about a lot of things, but that's how I feel about Burger King anyway. I wish that it was the way that it used to be, not even too long ago, where at least it was edible. How much is that to ask, right? I don't feel it's much anyway. On a final note, for those of you interested, I have a new broadcast going out of my radio show for listeners in East Asia. And I kind of got a little distracted by the whole burger fiasco here, but I do want to mention it nevertheless, that for listeners in East Asia, I have a new shortwave broadcast going out every Thursday. It will be heard at the time of 9 hours UTC. And you could find more information, converted into local times and everything in the description of the video. So check that out. But it'll be heard at 9 hours UTC every Thursday on the shortwave frequency of 9705 kilohertz. That's 9705 kilohertz. That'll be 9.705 megahertz in the 31 meter band. It is broadcast with 300 kilowatts of power. It is going to be utilizing a transmitter in Taiwan, and it's going to be beamed up essentially in the direction of Japan and the Korean Peninsula. So the signal will be extremely strong there for listeners, especially in Japan, the Korean Peninsula. So even if somehow you're watching this in North Korea, which I highly doubt, but if you are, you'd be able to get a signal there too. All across the Russian Far East, much of China, Mongolia. Signal should also reach Southeast Asia, Australia, the Pacific, and even North America and South America as well. Again, the time is 09 hours UTC. It is going to be remaining at UTC time once all the daylight savings and standard time changes, in the next couple weeks end up happening. It's just going to stay at UTC time, 9 hours UTC. So right now, in Eastern time, that'd be 5 a.m. Eastern, but in a couple weeks it would be 4 a.m. Eastern. 9 hours UTC every Thursday. It's going to be a lot of fun, 1 hour show, some news talk, and then some good listener music requests. So a lot of fun. More information on that in the description down below. Wanted to get the word out about that too. My time is up, and that's all that I have for you. Thank you for watching, and until next time, I'm your host, the Report of the Week. Better luck. That I hope for.